Hey NFL fans, Harrison Graham here. If there's any Chiefs fans out there, we have a Kansas City Chiefs only YouTube channel. The link's right there, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We have coverage of the Kansas City Chiefs all year long, so I urge you to subscribe. Plus, you can watch our Chiefs video of the week starting right now.
Let's start with the latest Chiefs rumors. Dre Kirkpatrick has been released by the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think the Chiefs might show some interest. As you guys know, Kansas City's still in desperate need of some cornerback help after losing Kendall Fuller. Bashaud Breeland is still a free agent. Not a ton of momentum on that side of things. Now, as far as Kirkpatrick goes, only played in 6 games this past season. The Bengals did release him. They signed him to that 5-year, $52 million deal a couple of years back. They decided to release him, save some money. Look, he's still a starting caliber cornerback, which is what the Chiefs need right now. Charvarius Ward is really the only corner on the roster who has starting level experience consistently. The past 4 seasons, Kirkpatrick been pretty solid. Hadn't had a pick the last couple of years, but remember, he only played in 6 games in 2019. Probably not going to have any 3 or 4 interception seasons anymore, but I think he can still be a solid starting caliber corner, which, like I said, is something Kansas City is in desperate need of, because when you look at this secondary, yeah, you're feeling good about Charvarius Ward. The safety position's in really good shape with Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill. I would be okay with Rashad Fenton as the nickelback. I thought he showed me a lot last year as a rookie, but if Breeland doesn't come back, is he still a free agent there? You really need to fill that need, because Antonio Hamilton, Keith Reeser's a free agent, Mo Claiborne, I don't think Hamilton's going to be a starter. So you got to fill that void on the outside, and I don't see why there's any reason why Dre Kirkpatrick can't be that guy. Veteran corner, still only 30 years old, though. I think he's got a lot left in the tank. And when the Bengals defenses and those teams were good and in the playoffs, he was a big reason why. Brings attitude to the position, something the Chiefs could certainly benefit from. So what do you guys think? Should the Chiefs sign cornerback Dre Kirkpatrick? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. I'm certainly on board. The price has to be right. I'm not saying I'll give him $10 million, but 1 year, $6 million? Who says no? Obviously, the Chiefs will have to maneuver their roster a little bit, as they don't have much cap space at the moment, but I think this would be a good signing. I'll make this the 10th comment. Let's go ahead and scroll on down. Should the Chiefs sign Dre Kirkpatrick? Let's look at the top free agent cornerbacks. Kirkpatrick's on there as well. I've ordered this based on age. Logan Ryan, more of a nickelback. I wouldn't hate this idea. He becomes your Kendall Fuller replacement if you want to go that route. I think he'll be too expensive for the Chiefs, though. Tremaine Johnson, Prince Amukamara, some veteran corners that keep to leave, getting a little bit older, but he could provide some veteran experience as well. So there's still guys the Chiefs can go and sign. Obviously, Bashaud Breeland's another one who I think that would make the most sense and be the easiest option, but these are some other options out there as well. The current cornerback depth chart, it's thin, guys. These are the only 4 options, and only 2 of them I'm super comfortable with. Charvarius Ward, Rashad Fenton. Antonio Hamilton, more of a special teams guru. He will help in that regard, but he's not a starting corner. And Fenton's probably more of a nickelback, so you don't want him playing on the outside permanently. And then Alex Brown, we don't really know that much about Alex Brown. So this cornerback group needs some depth, needs some higher-level players at that position. So I ask you this question. How should the Chiefs address their need at cornerback? Type D for draft, type S for sign. Obviously, in today's show, we're talking about the idea of signing Dre Kirkpatrick. I don't really care. I just think they have to address it one way or the other. You cannot enter next season with what you currently have at the cornerback position. What you can do is purchase a sick draft hat. Every NFL team, all 32 of them, has released their draft hat specials. They're out, different styles. You can get the flat bill, the snapback, the baseball cap style. There's even more than this. Chatsports.com/Chiefs draft. That is the link to purchase these hats today. Got a flash sale going on right now. Check that link. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. You can click on it. Boom. It gets you to the page where you can purchase these sweet draft hats. I love the theme this year. I think it's a good look. Not a lot of positive things going on, but the NFL draft is still on schedule and hats have been released. So go ahead and purchase one today. Next rumor here, let's talk about Sammy Watkins. It's another Chiefs rumor show, some more Sammy Watkins rumors. What are the Chiefs going to do with him? Well, rumors been flying around that the Eagles have some interest in a trade. Obviously, they would be bringing on a big contract. Sammy Watkins is due $21 million next season. Now, the Chiefs would eat 7 of that because that's his dead cap hit number, so it wouldn't be as bad for Philadelphia. But if you're Kansas City, if you trade him or if you cut him, you save $14 million, and that still remains, I just think that makes the most sense. Like, that remains the most likely scenario. I can't imagine he's going to play for $21 million for Kansas City in 2020. I found this interesting. The text is a little small, but an Eagles fan post on Instagram posted this, basically saying, Sammy Watkins rumored to be interested, going to Philadelphia. And he responded, with some emojis there, some positive ones, some celebratory emojis there. Sammy Watkins did. What does that mean? Who really knows? Obviously, NFL athletes, professional athletes do stuff on social media all the time. I think he wants to remain in Kansas City, but I think he's also realistic and understands if he does, it's going to have to be at a lesser price tag. So we got 3 options. What do you think the Chiefs should do with Sammy Watkins? Really simple. Number 1, keep him. If you keep him, you got to restructure him. That's the bottom line. So keep that in mind. Number 2, trade him. I think this is the best option. If the team's willing to trade for Watkins, you do it because you thought you might have to cut him. If you get something for him, that's a good option. Number 3 is ultimately cutting him. I still think that's the most likely scenario for Kansas City, but Brett Veach is taking a patient approach here. I thought this would have been handled a while ago, but he is still on the roster. He is still set to make $21 million this upcoming season, so we will see what happens in the upcoming days and weeks. I like Sammy Watkins. I've said that time and time again. You just can't pay a number 2 receiver this much money. You just can't do it. That production does not equal $21 million. That's the bottom line. Supply and demand, he doesn't reach it. A lot of that production was in week 1 when he had almost 200 yards. He was awesome in the playoffs. I'll always love him for his catch over Richard Sherman in the Super Bowl that led to Kansas City winning a Super Bowl. I appreciate the guy. We'll see it in 10 years at the 10-year reunion, but you can't make $21 million at that position when you already have a loaded wide receiver core. Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman's set for a bigger role next season. Demarcus Robinson re-signed on a 1-year deal. I saw a lot from Byron Pringle in his limited reps last year. You can draft a receiver for a lot cheaper. The Chiefs have plenty of options here. Paying Sammy Watkins $21 million should not be one of them. That just does not make sense when you can cut or trade him to save $14 million. So I put a quick trade package together, and it's really simple. This is it with the Eagles. They get Sammy Watkins. Chiefs get their 6th-round pick, number 190 overall. A lot of you are probably saying, why would you give him up for a 6th-round pick? Guys, we were ready to cut this guy. So if you get something for him, that is better than nothing. So who wins this trade? Type C for Chiefs, type E for Eagles. I think it could be a win-win. The Eagles receiving core is very bad right now. If they only give up a 6th-round pick for Sammy Watkins, they'll overpay for this year. They can work on an extension with him and keep him long-term. I could see that happening for Philadelphia as well. So type C for Chiefs, type E for Eagles. I want you guys to go ahead and get subscribed to the Chiefs Report. We're approaching 3,000 subs, almost at 2,500. Let's keep this thing rolling. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Go ahead, hit that big red subscribe button. If you're watching on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, you could have watched this video a day earlier on our Chiefs-only YouTube channel. The link's down below, YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Once you get over there, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. All right, before we get into Todd McShay's latest mock draft, I want to break down his 2 Chiefs selections. I want to look at the Chiefs' biggest needs as of now. Cornerback, just talked about that a lot. Dre Kirkpatrick could be an option. Linebacker, interior offensive line, wide receiver, and running back. I think those are your top 5 needs as of now. And then these are your draft picks, only 5 of them. You got 1 pick in each of the first 5 rounds. Number 32, number 63, number 96, 138, and number 177. No 6th-round pick. No 7th-round picks. That's kind of where the Chiefs sit in terms of draft capital at the moment. Now, ESPN's Todd McShay did release his latest 2-round mock draft, and he went running back in round 1. DeAndre Swift, the player out of Georgia, very productive player, explosive. He can run, he can catch. You guys know me. I just don't think I would go running back in round one. I don't think it's a major need with this offense. Is DeAndre Swift better than Damian Williams? Yes. But Williams is more than serviceable. He's shown up big the last 2 playoff runs. I just think you could go in a different direction here. Now, do I hate the pick? No, I don't hate the pick because Swift is a top 20 prospect in this year's draft. McShay has him as his number 13 player on his big board. So he's really good. He's probably the best running back in this year's crop, although there is a lot of them. So you could get other players in round 2 or 3. But, the production's there. He catches the ball well. He's a 3-down back. He could do a lot in this offense and would probably help out the running game a little bit. But is it enough to justify drafting him? I'm not sure. It's intriguing. I will give you that. If you're playing Madden, you're fired up as hell if you have DeAndre Swift on this offense, what it already has. But this isn't Madden. Go get a defensive piece. Quite frankly, if you cut Sammy Watkins, go get a receiver, get an offensive lineman. I just think there's bigger needs than a running back. So all in all, I think if I had to grade this pick, C+, B-, again, it's not bad value. I think if you're going to take a running back in round one, DeAndre Swift is the guy to do it with. I just think for the Chiefs specifically, it's not a big enough need, which is why I can't give it higher than a C+ or a B-. But grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments section. All right, I've been practicing this name all day. Noah Igbinoghene. Yes, I think I got it right there. I'm just going to call him a Noah I. I like this pick a lot better. The defensive back, the cornerback out of Auburn. He likes to press. Now, keep this in mind. He's a converted wide receiver, so he's still developing. He's still learning the position. Really good athlete, good tackler. Special teams value as well. Return kicks and punts at Auburn, so I think he could offer some of that as well. Obviously, you have McCole Hardman and Tyreek Hill who do some of those things, but he is a versatile player who can do some things on special teams. I think he can be a gunner for you as well. So he's kind of a guy that can do a lot of different things if you were to get him. If you get him late in the second round, like Todd McShay did here, I think it's good value. Now, his ball skills, still developing. No picks last year, only 7 pass breakups, but he's got the physical tools to continue to translate to the position. It just may take a year or two for him to fully translate to being a legitimate outside corner at the NFL level. I do wonder if he could play some nickel. I don't know if he has that much versatility yet, but I do like his athleticism. I think Noah I could be a potential option for the Chiefs in round 2. But pick a cornerback. We've talked about Breeland a lot. I still want to bring him back. If you have to choose between these two, type B for Breeland, type I for Noah Igbinoghene. I've got it right twice now, guys. I'm on a roll today. Type B for Breeland, type I for Noah I. I'm still going Breeland. I know what I have there. Known commodity, proven player, came up big in the Super Bowl. I would much rather roll with Bashaud Breeland, but obviously drafting Igbinoghene would be a cheaper option for the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is kind of what that depth chart would look like. Breeland, I slid him down because he's still a free agent. Like you plug in Noah I as your second corner on the outside, opposite of Charvarius Ward. I don't know if he's ready to come in and start right away, but Chiefs are thin at corner. So if they take a corner in round 1 or round 2, they will likely be starting on this defense.